Ever stare at a pile of sticky notes full of great ideas, but when it's time to share them, you freeze? You're not lazy, you're not broken, and I've been there too. And today I want to show you what's really going on. Every single time you think about no longer playing small, the words vanish, your heart races, your palms get sweaty. Suddenly there's a long to-do list of more important things to take care of, like cleaning out your entire office. Instead of sitting down to record the YouTube video or fill out the application to speak at the networking event or send an email to your list, you decide you need to watch YouTube videos about how to make the perfect YouTube video, or you look for the perfect blog post template, or you listen to podcasts about speaking. You tell yourself you'll do the video, the application, or the blog post tomorrow because then you'll finally be ready. Tomorrow comes and you try to get yourself ready, but you freeze again. Before you know it, tomorrow becomes weeks, which turn into months. All the while you see other people putting themselves out there. Maybe you even recognize that you have more experience, better training, stronger stories, but you still can't get yourself ready to stop dimming your light. I get it. I've been there too. I would tell myself I was just the biggest procrastinator and I just wanted everything to be perfect, and I just didn't have as much time as I needed to get things done because of my girl's schedule or my husband's schedule. Here's the truth. I wasn't lazy or a failure, and you're not either. You're stuck in the freeze just like I was. It wasn't because I didn't have the right script, the perfect camera setup, or the magic 5-step strategy. I bought the camera, I signed up for the workshops, I went to the free webinars, I binged YouTube videos and podcasts. I even spent $1,500 to work with a speaking coach. I thought having all of these things would be the golden ticket that would make it easy for me to show up. Yet I still froze. Because the freeze moment isn't about knowledge or equipment, it was actually about safety. It was about my nervous system deciding that being seen equaled danger. So why does your body think visibility is dangerous? For most of us, it started years ago, way back in childhood. Maybe you spoke up in school and someone laughed. Maybe you tried something brave and got criticized or ignored. I've had many of these moments myself, and there's one that stands out. It was a high school talent show where my friend and I did a hip hop dance. She messed up halfway through the dance and people started throwing Skittles at us. It was literally raining Skittles all over the stage. What started out as something fun and exciting became an absolute nightmare. I was mortified. It was hard enough being in high school as it was, and then to have something like that happen felt absolutely devastating. Not only was I embarrassed, I was really angry. My friend didn't say anything that night, not an apology or an acknowledgement of her misstep. My dad didn't help the situation because I was grabbing my stuff to leave. He said, "This is exactly why I didn't want you to do this." I didn't want to go to school the next day, but staying home was not an option. The next day at school, the story was twisted so that I was the one at fault. My friend never spoke up and I never defended myself. I was the scapegoat because she didn't want to admit that despite her 10 plus years of dancing experience, she messed up. And from that point on, I'd like to say nothing negative ever happened again, but things happened even when I was an adult. Shortly after I started my business, I made a social media post about being an overwhelmed mom. I gave some tips on how to ease it, and one was put your phone away. A lady commented, "Really? Put your phone away? We can't all do that." And as I read her comment, my heart started racing, my palms got sweaty, and my thoughts were all over the place. I thought I felt this way because my feelings were hurt since I spent so much time and energy creating that post. What I didn't know was that it was my nervous system saying, "We've been here before and being seen isn't safe." What's your moment that taught you being seen wasn't safe? Maybe for you, it wasn't a talent show or a rude social media comment. Maybe it was being shut down in a meeting or being laughed at when you tried something new. Now when it's time to sit down to create something that will let us share our experiences or use our skills to help others, our bodies immediately remember that high school talent show moment and that rude social media comment. That's why procrastination, overthinking, and suddenly having the urge to scroll social media for hours takes over instead of us actually recording the video, filling out the application, or writing that social media post. These things take over and they're not random. They're protecting you. And here's when everything changes. You start by recognizing that the freeze equals safety. This will allow you to stop bullying yourself into being visible and trying to just push through so you can actually show up. Remember that your body is holding on to painful memories and it's doing its best to protect you from something it believes is dangerous. And when you see it this way, the shame spiral ends. You're no longer the biggest procrastinator or the world's worst business owner. You're someone with a nervous system that's doing its job. It convinced you that you needed to be protected. It's not actually about finding a better script or using a different marketing strategy or endlessly rewriting your captions. Once you see the freeze as safety, you can start collecting new evidence that being seen is safe, and that's the real work. If you're ready for your nervous system to get out of the driver's seat, I've got another video where I share how to break free from the anxiety that can keep you stuck, and you can tune in here.